can you just tell me a little bit more about the EN program, Enterprise Neurosystem Program, where we are today, and what do you see as some next steps?
I'll take a second to go into that, and thank you so much. I think the Enterprise Neurosystem now is turning into something pretty unique. It's an open source group of folks from the private sector largely, but also academia and government and some different government agencies. But it's actually, I think we've got about 18 or 19 different countries now, folks from those countries. We're all volunteers, so nobody's getting paid. And that's been both, something for us to navigate. That's been tough, but also it's really been core to our mission because everybody has a day job. Everybody does something for a living. Or if they have time between, their jobs, they can come in and work on it, more diligently, and then they go back out into the private sector again. However that works, I think what we're answering is a need for people to want to express their creativity and to do something good for the world. And I think
the beehive, right? The
beehive,
the one that I'm involved with or was involved with. Yeah, but go ahead.
And there's so many fun different ways to look at it. So what we decided to do was, if we're going to make a global impact, there is one table that attracts all the countries of the world where everybody will gather and talk. And not everybody's always going to agree, but everybody's going to have an open dialogue or a active and participatory dialogue. And that's the United Nations. And so one day I just sat there and I was like, okay, let me do some research. Okay. And this is when we were starting out, early days. And I'd already gotten a core group of members together. And I just was typing around and I was like, oh, the UNFCCC hosts the big COP conferences. And they're right at the forefront of, really bringing together policies that help the world from an adaptation and resilience perspective for climate change. And I took a look at the different organizations. And I reached out to a number of different people in the UNFCCC, TEC, and the CTCN. Found some wonderful champions there who really, really liked the concept of creating this network where all these different projects could integrate and then basically share data and come to these larger conclusions. But also, in getting to your question and getting to your statement, there has to be a way to help least developed nations and the islands themselves that are about to be, that are having challenges with rising sea levels, et cetera. Many of those are in the least developed category. And so the idea also was to make it a very even playing field and to give them the advanced technologies that everybody has, or at least many of the nations of the world have, and really up-level them quickly so they're at an equity position in terms of technology access. That was the idea. And so with the United Nations now, we have a couple different tracks underway, three in particular. We have the UNFCCC TEC AI Innovation Grand Challenge. And you can go to the enterpriseneurosystem.org website. You can access the application and the contest site there. And what that is really just a way to open up the door to all the different innovators, all the different academics, all the students, all the startups around the world, and have them submit their ideas. It's just like a paragraph, something we can scan and really get a sense of what the value is. And then everybody gets an evaluation. Some people make it to the semifinals, some people make it to the finals. And then we take the winner to COP29, where they get incredible access to global leaders and different folks that are working on the forefront of climate technology, and also get them engaged with venture capital and all these other different avenues. That's the idea, is to really help get these applications off the ground.